was once a safe town where nothing exciting ever happens. Up until one day, something happened that it made it seem like Hawkins became cursed. Why, though? Maybe we'll never know for sure, but let's learn a thing or two here on the Hawkins Files. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the Hawkins Files. Now, it's been a minute since I last uploaded a video, and as of recording this video, actually, I haven't even finished episode 5 or 6, which, ugh. But I promise by the time you guys see this one, those two will be uploaded. So for this video, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be like kind of a recap to see where we've gone so far. Now, obviously, your guys' way of seeing the videos hasn't been so great because I'm sure you guys are aware by now that my upload schedule is probably the most absurd of all time. But I do still have those video files, obviously, and I'm still going to be uploading those videos. So today I'm going to be going through all the videos I've gone through so far and kind of see how I've improved over time and what is going to be changing with each and every single episode. All right, guys. So here I brought up the official Hawkins Files channel. Now you guys can clearly see it's literally 3 videos, which is it's a little rough, but I promise it will get better over time. As of this point going forward, I plan on having a more consistent video schedule where it is literally just 1 video every single week. Alright, so here we have episode 1 where everything started, and as we go through this video specifically...
Just play board games. Okay, specifically Dungeons and
It kind of
Dragons,
looks
per
like
se,
here
out of nowhere.
that my confidence is not necessarily as high. Now, even at this point, it's not the highest in the world, but it's at least getting better over time. I can already see that. Whereas here, I'm kind of just looking blank at the camera right now, not really
Their whole world.
understanding a whole lot of what's going
Some
on.
people about that to see if they're interested.
And if we look at, obviously, over time, I plan on actually changing these titles because they're obviously not the greatest, but they're more placeholder titles for now. So if you end up being a later viewer, you get the full experience. And yeah, the descriptions also, I have to work on changing those up a bit too. Okay, now, if you guys look at the screen here, episode 1 straight into episode 3. This is why, what we can learn from episode 2, don't procrastinate videos or just anything in life, because something like this will happen and something goes wrong. Episode 2 never got uploaded, nor did it even get recorded. I have all my resources for it, but it never got recorded. It never got uploaded whatsoever. But as soon as I'm done with the season recaps, I plan on going back and I'm just going to rewind and actually do recap of season 1 because we never ended up doing that. So that's something I do have to do eventually, so that way this channel will seem more consistent. Alright, here we got episode 3 where we go over season 2. Now, I think in this video I kind of gain a little bit more confidence and the camera angle isn't so wonky. It's not so low.
Mike has actually
in this video I am still using my phone to record.
To try to contact 11 for the past 352 days.
In this video I'm starting to understand what it's like to actually do the recording process and like go over the seasons and like provide information that's actually helpful for viewers. Now, something I also realized is up until this point, I've done hard cuts when it comes to editing. So even as of this video, I want to start doing like transitions in videos. So that's kind of just what I can learn even from this point going forward, is instead of doing hard cuts in my edits, I want to do transitions. So it's not so in your face when every episode goes by. Alrighty, here we got episode 4, which it's a second part recap for season 2 because when I was planning out the season 2 recaps, I did not think it was going to take so long to record. Now, this video is obvious, it's not as long as the first one because there's also less episodes to recap, but I also kind of actually, this episode I learned how to plan things out properly with the video process and not just write down every single event and recap every last event because that's not what I'm trying to do. I mean, you gotta at least understand the basic gist of what's going on. It's not understanding the entire episode because then that's just straight spoiling the entire show and there's no point in watching it at that point. Now, this episode is also the first time I used a computer to start recording. So the camera is more propped up and you can actually see a much more wider background. Okay, this is where things get real interesting. Episode 5, because obviously this hasn't been uploaded. But you can even just tell that once I do upload it, it's going to be the first episode where I integrate the images into the show. Where, so you can actually understand more of what, like, kind of visualize what's going on through each episode. Like, this is obviously the part of episode 1 where, of season 3, where the group is going up to set up the tower, the radio tower that Dustin has to talk to Susie, which obviously in this scene, Mike and Elle are kind of ditching the group. All right. And then for episode 6, unfortunately, this one also hasn't been recorded, but I do have my resources and I will record it. It's going to be recapping season 4. But as of recording this video, it hasn't been recorded yet. But the plan is obviously put in those images and then even maybe start introducing the transitions even as of that point. Maybe not as likely since I did kind of promise this will probably be the video where it all goes down for the transitions. I think with episode 6, I do want to start implementing background music, which could also be a factor in this video, but not as likely because it's kind of just more a recap video. So that's kind of where I'm starting to implement all the basic factors of a good video, or a good podcast at least, to where I don't expect this to really like be a podcast that's going to be like out of this world, but I do want to at least make it something I'm proud of, where you can understand what's going on. There's images to kind of portray what's you're trying to visualize, and then also some background music so you're not getting bored of my voice the entire time. But given that, that's going to be the end of this special recap video, where obviously this hasn't been the greatest adventure of all time because I haven't been uploading that much and I haven't really put in so much effort, but going forward I do want to continue. I do want to actually do good with this podcast and I want to make good of the show Stranger Things. So as of next video, we're going to be doing our part 2 recap of season 4 because even though episode 6 hasn't been recorded, that's supposed to take place before this video where it's season 4 part 1 recap. So that's going to be exciting, where season 4 is kind of gets split in the recording process, which is very interesting. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys all next time. And remember, this has been the Hawkins Files.